I got a double chin going on, but oh well. Hey guys, so it's March. Officially 145 days until I move to Orlando, Florida for the Disney College program, and I just kind of wanted to talk about my past history with applying to the Disney College program and some steps of the application process to hopefully help you guys in the future if you're gonna apply. So to start out with, I had applied for the first time spring 2017, so that was for fall 2017. Unfortunately, I had stayed in submission or applied the whole time, and the main reason was because when I had initially filled out the application, I was in such a hurry and I wanted to get through as fast as possible that I didn't check over everything, and I didn't check for like spelling mistakes or grammar mistakes. So please, when you're filling out the base of the application, please take your time, prepare for it ahead of time, figure out how you're gonna write all of your job descriptions and volunteer work, and just double check through everything, because that's a main part in how I feel that I didn't get through that first time. And so the second time I applied in fall 2017, which was for spring 2018, and I had fixed everything with the initial application. I had used like a bunch of I made it into list, but not where it wasn't just bullet points, but also where it wasn't like full sentences or paragraphs. It was straight to the point. And just make sure you're using clear words. Some ones I used were like safety or cleaning, or that I work at the YMCA currently, and so that I provide safety for the children with a safe environment, something like that. Just make sure you actually not pizzazz it exactly, but just make it more professional sounding. And then after that, in fall, I got a web-based interview about 2 weeks later, which my phone had buzzed, and I was like, oh, I got a text message. Nope, I got an email right after I clocked out of work, and I was like to my friend, oh my gosh, I gotta come over to your house and use your internet because I don't have any. And so I went and I took it, and with the web-based interview, it's like ethics and your personality and ways you would handle situations. And so with that, I was just honest, because I didn't want to just be looking for the Disney answers. I wanted to look for mine as well, because that's what makes me as a person. And yeah, they're going to be looking for their Disney answers, but they also have variety within every college programmer. So yeah, and so you find out, well, I found out, I don't know about other people, after I took the web-based interview, I found out immediately that I passed, and I got to schedule my phone interview. That was my first phone interview for Disney, obviously, and I had scheduled it for a Thursday night at like 9:15 p.m. I recommend not picking a night time interview slot, just because with myself, I had my anxiety up and I overthought everything, and then I had to think about it during all of my schoolwork, and and by the time I got to the interview, I was shaking and I couldn't breathe, and then I had to answer the phone, and I couldn't hear because girls in my dorm hall were like yelling, and like, just pick a time that's good for you, but also pick a location that is good for you. Just so you can like prepare yourself for this, because this interview was completely different than the one I did in January of 2018. And so now we're gonna go to that story. And so I applied in January, and I got to go to my phone interview immediately because I had passed the web-based interview for the last cycle. And your web-based interview, like if you pass or fail that, you either get, oh wait, words. So if you pass or fail that, you it's good for up to 6 months. And so if you do fail that, unfortunately you have to wait 6 months till you can reapply, just so you don't get no longer in consideration anymore. But I passed, and so since I didn't get in for spring 2018, I applied for fall 2018 in January, and I went straight to the phone interview, and I had scheduled it for a morning. Yes, I know it's early, but it was a Thursday morning at 9:15 a.m. and I didn't have time to overthink everything. I had prepared a sheet this time that had like my top 3 like strengths that I would look at to get me through the interview, and my top 5 roles in case they ask me. And like at the bottom of the page, I'd split the page in half. So at the bottom of the page, I had drew like a bunch of quotes and cartoons and stuff at the bottom of the page, and that helped me a lot, because even if I didn't look at it in the interview, I looked at it before, as well as I got advice from my communications professor, and she helped me with like some breathing techniques. And so I was doing that before the interview. I was reading this paper, and I waited for the phone interview, and I had set it to like, I have a Under the Sea type ringtone, and it went off, and I took a big deep breath and I answered it, and I felt so much more confident than I did the last time I applied and did the interview. So obviously I applied 3 times, but if you get NLIC'd your first time, your 5th time, however many times you apply, just keep trying, because if you don't try and you really want this, then it kind of just like, because if you apply for 1 semester, and because I wasn't going to apply again because I had gotten NLIC'd, and then I got NLIC'd again, and like I applied again, and I finally got, things work out in time. And to create strength and confidence within yourself, you got to keep trying for goals you want and achievements you want. And so that's what I did, and I encourage all of you to do it, because I find it an amazing feeling when you achieve something. Like if you don't want to do the Disney College program, fine, go join a sport, try out for that team, try out for a theater play, audition. I mean, do anything you set your mind to, and you'll do it, even if you fail a couple times. And so that's my advice. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment below, and yeah, I'll probably do a little about me video soon, so keep an eye for that, and have a wonderful, fantastic day or night if you're watching this.